I felt like I was on the world's coolest treasure hunt. We got so many mushrooms. I mean, I had no idea that you could actually fill a bag with so many big mushrooms. After we found a mushroom that was indeed the right type, my father in law would take a pocket knife and he would just carve off the bottom of the mushroom to clear off all the dirt. But also, he said that sometimes worms will actually get into the mushrooms. And so you can see little spots where the worms have come in. And those are areas that he says, okay, well, this one's not going to be as good because the worms have gotten into it. So we were trying to find mushrooms that didn't have any worms and that actually were a little bit on the smaller side, because he said that the mushrooms that are bigger have more of a tendency to have worms and other things in them. We definitely noticed that we all had different methods for finding the mushrooms. My kids were so good at it. By the time we went a second time, they were spotting them left and right. I'm like, how are you guys seeing this? They were finding ones that were buried underneath all these branches. And we actually found one cluster of mushrooms that was so big that it actually had lifted a rock upwards. For some reason, I could never spot them when we were walking around in the woods, but I was really good at finding them as we were driving through the road. I think I found 4 or 5 when we were just driving by. I don't know, something about spotting that color as we drove around the road was very easy for me. I was actually really bummed out at first because after we went mushroom hunting, I realized what a wonderful subject that was. And yet, you can't really mushroom hunt and paint at the same time. Those two things don't really match. And I was so sad because I was like, this is such a cool subject. I really wish I could translate this into a watercolor painting. And then I thought, oh, that's it. I don't have to paint when I'm actually hunting for mushrooms. I should just paint the mushrooms. The mushroom sketches for me were a really nice, solid foundation that I established in the trip at a very critical point.